Okay, guys, we are going to be working on the multiplying and dividing for the one-step equations starting next Monday. So I wanted to give y'all a video if y'all are logging in to Chapter 8, Lesson 4 on your book this weekend to get some practice. So our steps are still going to be the same, but remember I told you we're going to remix step 3 just a little bit because we want to make our coefficient 1. So if we go through this, and I'll put your steps out going down this first time. I think that'll make you feel better. Okay, so our very first step is to find a variable and put a box around it. So in this case, we have 10g equals 20. So I'm going to put the box around my g. Step 2 is draw my line down because I want to keep that equal sign. And then remember, my step 3, I'm remixing it. I want to get this variable to have a coefficient of 1. So I'm going to do the opposite operation. This 10g is multiplication, so now the opposite of multiplication is division. I'm going to divide both sides by whatever number this is right here. So since that's a 10, I'm going to divide both sides by 10 because that's what step 4 says, do the same thing on both sides. So that 10 divided by 10 is going to be 1. So I have my 1g here. 20 divided by 10 is 2. So g is equal to 2. Now, I still want to check this. So let me see. If I put the 10 in here and my g is 2, will I have 20 on both sides? Well, 10 times 2 is 20. 20 equals 20, so I know that my answer is right. Okay? All right, so same thing here. I got 4h equals 32. Here's my variable. I put a box around it. Bring my line down for my equal sign, so I've created two sides. Remember, I want to divide by whatever number is right here. I have a 4, so I'm going to divide both sides by 4. So my h, because remember these are 1, 4 goes into 32 8 times. So my h equals 8. Okay? So let me check that. I have 4h equals 32. Excuse me. 4 times 8 is 32. 32 is equal to 32, so I know my answer is right. Okay, so I feel like we're okay with the steps. I'm going to still go through them, but I want to move this book out of the way so I can get a little bit closer for the division. Now, the division, it looks a little bit tricky, but we're still going to go with the same thing. I want to find my variable. Here it is. Put a box around it. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite this down here just so you can see what it is that I'm doing, okay? So I have my variable. I put a box around it. Make an equal sign. Now, here's what I want to do. Remember step 3, I want to do the opposite operation. So if this is division, the opposite operation is multiplication. So I need to multiply. And here's the trick. I'm going to multiply by whatever number my denominator is. Because remember, when we're multiplying fractions, that whole number looks like that. So I'm going to multiply 7 on both sides. These 7s will cancel each other out. Because what I just did, 7 over 7 is 1, right? So now I just have my y. 10 times 7 is 70. Let me check that and see. If I have 70 over 7, does it equal 10? Remember, with our improper fractions, we divide, right? So 70 divided by 7 is 10. And 10 does equal 10. All right, one more before I let you practice. I'm going to rewrite it right here. 12 equals R over 5. So here's my variable. I'm going to draw my line. This is division, so I'm going to multiply by whatever number is in my denominator. So I multiply this side by 5 too, because remember step 4 says do the same thing on both sides. So these 5s will cancel each other out. 5 times 12 is 60. And I bring down my R. R equals 60. Let me check it. 12 equals 60 over 5. Remember our improper fractions, we do divide. So 12 equals 60 divided by 12 is 12. So I know my answer is right. All right. I want you to go ahead and stop the video. And I want you to try these 4 on your own and see what you got. And then I'm going to walk you through them super quick, okay? All right. Go ahead and pause your video and try these. No, really. Pause your video. All right, so here we go. I'm going to walk you through these. So here's my first one. There's my, and I'm going to get bigger so you can see. There's my variable. Here's my line. This is multiplication, so I know I'm supposed to divide by that same coefficient on both sides. So my 3's will cancel out. So I have K, 15 divided by 3 is 5. I'm going to check that. 3, I think my K is equal to 5. Is that 15? 3 times 5 is 15. Remember, don't make your answer fit into the equation if it doesn't fit. Don't change the equation to make your answer fit. All right, let's take a look at this one. So you had P over 5 equals 9. So remember, here's my variable. So since this is a division, I have to do the opposite, which is to multiply. So these 5s are going to cancel. So I have P equals 45. So let's check that. If I have 45 over 5 equals 9. Remember, improper fractions, we divide. So 45 divided by 5 is 9. So I know that my answer is right. Okay, these next 2, I'm going to rewrite them down at the bottom. My spacing, I feel like, was off for my paper. So you had B over 12 equals 10. Okay, here's my variable. Here's my line. I see this is division, so I'm going to multiply by whatever my denominator is. And I have to do it on both sides. I got ahead of myself. These are going to cancel. So I have my B. 10 times 12 is 120. All right, let's check that. 120 over 12 is equal to 10. 120 divided by 12 is 10. 10 is equal to 10, so I know my answer is right. All right, last one. You had 11 equals D over 11. So here's my variable. Here's my line. This again is division, so I know I need to do the opposite, which is to multiply. I'm going to multiply by whatever this denominator is. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 11. These will cancel out. So I have my D. 11 times 11 is 121. Now, let's check and see if that is right. So you have 11 equals 121 over 11. 121 divided by 11 is 11. So I know my answer is right. Okay? I hope you got the 4 of those right. Like I said, this is where we're going to pick up on Monday. So log into your book, Chapter 8, Lesson 4, if you want to go ahead and get some practice. And I already posted the video for Lesson 3, which was adding and subtracting in one-step equations. All right. Have a good weekend. I'll see y'all on Monday.